NFL Draft Nerds, what is going on? It's your boy Mark here with Marky Sportsman, and the Combine is about us. Today, we had the pleasure of watching the DBs, both the cornerbacks and the safeties, go out there and do their thing, man. It was fun to watch, and somebody stole the show. Someone I've been fired up about, someone I actually was doing a film review for that I kind of expedited to be able to share with you guys today, and that is South Carolina safety Nick Emmanwori, an absolute dog. We'll get into it, guys, and we'll talk about just how impressive this dude's combine was. So be sure to subscribe down below, like the video for the algorithm, and it'll help me out. And let's get right to it. So, my dudes, this is a crazy player in every single sense of the word. Nick Emmanwori is a very, very big safety. Somebody you can also consider him to be a small linebacker. 6'3", every bit of 220 pounds, 32.5-inch arms, 9-inch hands. So you kind of look at him and you say, man, somebody that big, he's a physical in the box thumper type of a safety, but he might not be the most field stretching ability guy. Well, you were right about one part, but my goodness, can this dude stretch the field as well? And just to give you guys a little bit of context here really quickly, about these numbers, because these numbers are absolutely insane. He ran a 4.38 official 40 at 220 pounds. But these next numbers are going to be, I think, even more impressive. 43-inch vertical, 11-foot, 6-inch broad jump. But guys, a 10-yard split of 1.49. Just to give you guys some context here, all right? We're going to switch over. And we're going to check out Xavier Worthy, the guy that broke the combine record. We saw how fast he was. At 4 inches shorter and about, 55 pounds, 65 pounds less, whatever the math is, 55 pounds less. He had the exact same 10-yard split. And he didn't jump as high and he didn't jump as far. And we already know how explosive Xavier Worthy is. It is absolutely insane what this kid did today at the combine. And he looks fluid. He looks clean, man. He is unbelievable. And ironically, a lot of scouts are comparing him to Derwin James. And I'm not ready to say he's going to be better, but he's certainly more athletic than even somebody like Derwin James. These numbers are godly, unbelievable when it comes to that. And another thing that I thought was really interesting about the kid, we'll go over here to this PFF. I mean, grades out really well on PFF. His coverage grade is fantastic at 86.8. He's very good against the run. His missed tackle rate is a little bit higher than you'd want it to. And sometimes you see it, he's just overcommits, or he kind of almost runs so fast he's out of control, which leads to it. But generally speaking, he's a very sound tackler as a whole. And, he cleaned it up a lot from his freshman year in 2022 when he had 16 to just 6 last year. And then, 7 in total, really not all that bad. But he's a tackling machine. Forced incompletion rate of 10.5%. Which is solid. And what I love about it is he allowed 0 touchdowns, but he did get 4 interceptions as the doggo jumps on the lap. Hey, Butters, sorry, I have to take him off. My bad. And four forced incompletions, in addition to that. So, passer rating allowed 37.1. He's just a behemoth in coverage. The dude is sick. And here's what I really loved about him, specifically for my Broncos, but really just as an NFL prospect, because some scouts were coming out talking about, is he going to be a linebacker? Are you going to use his linebacker? And he's adamant. He says he wants to be a roam in the field type of safety. But you look at somebody like Derwin James, and I think it is a perfect comp, is Derwin James lines up everywhere, man. He'll put him in the slot. You'll put him in the box. You'll send him on blitzes, and you'll play him deep. And that's what he does when you look at his alignment. He's had 19 alignment times where snaps where he's actually lined up on the D-line, 146 in the slot, 1 time at corner, 414 in the box, and 193 deep. And that was pretty consistent in terms of that ratio across his 3 years in college football. So the dude lines up everywhere. And if you're a team that could use a safety, if you're a team that can use help at linebacker, like my team behind me, this is somebody that makes a lot of sense. And I am very confident in saying today's combine workout pole vaulted him into the first round. And to give you guys some context, he was always a day 2 lock. I mean, he was a round 2 lock in my opinion. And always, people were always saying he could sneak into the first round. In fact, Daniel Jeremiah on his first mock draft had Nick Emmanwori to the Broncos at number 20. That's kind of what put me on. I'm like, who's this kid? Let's look into him. But when you look at the tape and you say, all right, maybe there's a little bit, maybe athleticism. How does his athleticism going to translate to the NFL? And that's kind of your number one question to make him kind of borderline. He answered that and a million. I mean, if he ran a 4.5, it would have been impressive. If he ran a 4.48, it would have been like, oh my God. He broke 4.4. And that 10-yard split, that explosion is something that is epically just special. So let's take a look at Nick Emmanwori, right? Let's get into the film a little bit, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And let's get it started, right? This is a play you're going to see here versus Oklahoma. And it is special in so many ways. I love everything about it. Let me get my little marker tool out and see if, I don't know if the marker tool will work on here, but anyways, he's here. He's in the slot. If you can't see that, my bad. I guess we'll figure this out later. So we'll roll like that. But he's a baller. Watch the coverage. I slowed it down a little bit so you guys can really see it. Right? I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna let it play, and then I might even have to go back again. Streaking across the field, diving, getting the pick. So here's a couple of things that I love about this. First of all, when you look at him, come on, this thing's always annoying. He flips his hips one way, and then boom, flips him back, puts his foot in the dirt, and now he's tracking the receiver, makes up the ground, dives and gets the pick. And you're going to, I think I have this one where you're actually going to see it from the front angle. Yeah. Look at the separation, catching up to the ball, diving out and making the pick. I mean, something you absolutely got to love. And this one is obviously not necessarily a special play. I mean, it was just great pressure and the quarterback kind of threw it up. But this is what he does. He's extremely good after the catch, man. It seems like every time he gets a pick, he's housing it. A lot of touchdowns for a pick. And this one, man, this one will make South Carolina Gamecocks fans sick to their stomach because this was another pick six on just an unbelievable disguise of the quarterback. But what ended up happening is Garrett Nussmeier, their quarterback, got absolutely lit up, and they took that play back, and South Carolina ended up losing the game eventually. It was crazy. But look how he kind of fakes coming in and then just jumps the route. Jumps out, boom, easy peasy. Gotta love that. All right, another one of those. He disguises it. He drops up. Gets the interception. You should actually see a little bit better angle from it here. I didn't get the full clip there, so just give me a second on this one. See if I have it from here. I do. So he fakes going up into the box. You can see him. He's playing kind of his box linebacker hybrid role, and then shadows the quarterback, reads his eyes, takes it, pick six, house call. No problems there. And then a few that I have here. You'll see him here lined up in the box. And just his ability to kind of tackle and chase makes a really good play. Just his explosion. And this one I loved. I couldn't find this because it was from 2023, so I took it from a highlight video. But, I mean, dude, are you kidding me? One hand. Oops. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. I mean, one hand catch. Offensive pass interference. All up on the receiver. One hand catch. Thank you very much. Easy as pie, man. You got to love that. It is he flies around, man. He's unbelievable as a free safety roaming the field kind of as an outfielder. He's unbelievable in the box. He's physical. And by all accounts, he's a really amazing teammate, great character guy. There was a little bit of a report that came out about him about like he stopped halfway through. He stopped playing. He kind of benched himself, I guess, halfway through the bowl game versus Illinois. Listen, the fact that he even played in a meaningless bowl game is enough of a testament. He did tell his team, I guess, his teammates that the plan was for him to play, but then he talked to the coach. The coach didn't have a problem with it. He said, you can sit out the second half. Is what it is. A lot of people blow those things out of proportion. For me, I thought it was stupid when, Shador and Travis Hunter were out there in a meaningless bowl game playing. So I'm not worried about that, but the guy's a freak of nature, man. check out Nick Emmanwori, dude. I think he goes into the first rounds. I would love him for my Denver Broncos. Even though I'm not so keen necessarily on getting safeties that early, this is somebody that I think projects as a different cat, and he can actually fill in two very big needs for the Broncos, depending on the down distance. I think not only Sean Payton's going to love him, but I think Vance Joseph is going to absolutely love to have somebody like him. So I love it. Let me know what you guys think below about Nick Emmanwori, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all stay safe. Spend time with those you love the most. And until next time, peace out, baby.